After a quick 2-game road trip, the Thunder return to King Arena on a long weekend as Kate Oliver and Annika Richardson take on Mariana Morrissey and the Carthage Firebirds. Before we preview the teams, we'll send it down to the floor for the national anthem and the reading of the starting lineups.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to Wheaton College for this evening's CCIW women's basketball game featuring the visiting Firebirds of Carthage College and your Wheaton College Thunder.
Starting lineups for both teams, please rise as you are able for the national anthem. At this time, let's meet the starting lineups for both teams, beginning with Carthage. At guard, number 10, Malia Green. A forward, number 15, Grace Wamser. At guard, number 21, Emma Thistle. At forward, number 30, Elena Knebel. And a forward, number 33, Mariana Morrissey. Carthage is coached by Megan Jones. She is assisted by Madison Nitch and Lauren Herman. And now, fans, let's meet the starting lineup for your Wheaton College Thunder. A junior guard from Lone Tree, Colorado, number 5, Alyssa Faborowski. A freshman guard from Castaic, California, number 13, Lily Caddo. A junior guard from Falls Church, Virginia, number 24, Kate Oliver. A senior forward from Northfield, Minnesota, number 25, Annika Richardson. And a junior guard from Pekin, Illinois, number 30, Grace Kaiser. Wheaton is coached by Kent Madsen. He's assisted by Joanna Gutkowski, Laura Egan, and Kirsten Madsen. Trisha Dieter is the athletic trainer.
Alongside Xavier Jones, I'm Aiden Kong. Xavier, what are you looking forward to in tonight's match?
Yeah, both of these teams are sitting at 3-3 in the conference, tied in a 4-way tie for third place in the CCIW. These are two veteran groups that understand that these games really matter. This is their first matchup of the season, and they want to start the series off right. We're looking forward to a quality game of basketball tonight.
Final game of our Saturday, of course, Carroll defeated Augustana 81-52. Milliken took care of Elmhurst 72-62. North Central dismantled North Park 71-45. Of course, both teams technically fighting for third place, or tied for third place, with Illinois Wesleyan and Carroll up top the conference. Oliver Morrissey at the center. Let's roll from King Arena. Wheaton coming off that win against North Central 66-52. Currently 8-7 overall. Meanwhile, Carthage 11-4 overall. But both, as you said, tied at 3-3 in CCIW play. Annika Richardson's first shot won't go. By the way, if you are Carthage, Grace Wamser making her first career start. From the dunker's corner, that shot will rattle in. Elena Knebel able to bang that one through. Wamser starting in for Carlson, who has started in all 14 games so far for the Firebirds. See if Emma Carlson will come off the bench or not. Here's Kaiser taking the three. That one rattles out, and Lily Caddo gets the board. And that one almost stolen out of bounds. And will stay with Wheaton. Malia Green went for the takeaway.
Yeah, Carthage starting out 2 solid possessions of defense. Still got 13 seconds to defend here, but so far really good energy on the defensive end from the Firebirds.
Oliver dices inside, and they're going to call the foul, and she will go to the line.
Yeah, the 2 players involved in that offensive play, Kate Oliver, Annika Richardson. Oliver coming off a 24-point game. Richardson with 23 as well. Obviously a huge part of Wheaton's offense. She gets the stripe here, something that she's really good at.
Shot 60% on true shooting in that game against North Central, and will knock down both free throws. Morrissey has it taken away, and here comes Oliver. Caddo, mid-range jumper. Off the mark, Carthage gets the board. Carthage, meanwhile, coming off a loss against second-ranked Illinois Wesleyan, 63-42. Currently on a 2-game losing streak after getting an upset loss against Milliken. That 3 is airball, though, for Grace Wamser. That'll be Wheaton ball. And it looks like that's going to be a turnover. Might have stepped out of bounds. Was Lily Caddo. Let's check the replay on that.
Yeah, we'll check the replay. Coming off of the out of bounds, Carthage with a bit of a man trap. Lily Caddo trying to make her way down the sideline. Looked like there was some incidental contact, but she might have stepped out beforehand.
Of course, Mariah Morrissey and Grace Wamser talked about on the Fueling the Flame podcast that this is a team that loves to be aggressive on defense. They're not going to be afraid of press, especially under Coach Jones, who loves to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you're able to create opportunities when you break the presses, there's a rebound by Richardson. When you're able to break the press, it gives you opportunities to go down and score on on-man opportunities. Not scared of it is Wheaton.
Morrissey missed that three-pointer for Carthage. Tabarowski from the top of the key. Too strong. Ball still loose. Carthage able to pick it up, though. That was Malia Green getting the loose miss. Knebel has a pickpocket instead by Annika Richardson.
Beautiful defensive play. Knebel's been showing herself at the top of the key, or right around the key, I should say.
Richardson leaves it short. Of course, if you follow Wheaton basketball, there seems to be this underlying narrative that Kate Oliver and Annika Richardson really is the strength of this team, and there's a foul inside the paint, going to likely go against Wheaton.
Yeah, just gets beat down the baseline. No help. The help comes late from Caddo and from Richardson down low, but as you were saying, it seems as if Oliver and Richardson get a lot of recognition, and rightfully so, but there are a lot of other players on this team that really bolster Wheaton's effectiveness to be able to win games and be a threat.
So it's Mariana Morrissey to the free throw line, knocks down the second free throw, leads the team in points per game at 14.1, also good enough to be 8th in the CCIW. As Malia Green will check out for Carthage. Early 4-2 game, 6:46 to go, and that's almost another turnover there for Kate Oliver. Able to successfully get it across the timeline. Here's Lily Caddo. That one off of Annika Richardson and a turnover.
Yeah, Kate Oliver almost got hung up there, but she gets the outlet pass. And you can see once she gets it to Caddo, there's a 2-on-1 opportunity. Just got to be better with the basketball down low on the pass and the catch as well.
Whistle, and where are they going to call it? It looks like it's Wheaton ball. I mean, I don't want to jinx it too early, but entering this game, you have the top 2 scoring defenses. Carthage, #1 in scoring defense, giving up an average about 55 points per game. Wheaton not too far behind, giving up an average of 59 points per game.
Yeah, both of these teams generate a lot of turnovers. Carthage coming in, generating 18 points per game off of turnovers themselves. So Wheaton's got to be great with the basketball.
Annika Richardson rattles in the mid-range jumper. Is technically the first field goal for Wheaton. And they were previously 0 of 5. Carthage not doing that much better. They're 1 of 3. Oram guarded by Lily Cato. And that's going to be another turnover for Grace Wamser. And now here comes Kate Oliver, 2-1-2 fast break. And now just going to screech to a halt.
Yeah, it looked like there might have been an opportunity there to get to the rack, take advantage of that fast break opportunity, but Oliver choosing to pull it back out and get something set up on offense.
Picked up by Morrissey, swinging it outside. Kaiser wide open for 3. Cannot hit though, ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be Carthage ball. Of course, Carthage last year swept the series 77-37 in their second game, 84-79. But then the season before that, Wheaton swept the series, and you have to go back to 2021-2022. Carthage swept the series, but before 2021 and 22, Wheaton won 8 consecutive games against the Firebirds.
Yeah, it seems pretty streaky with both of these teams. We'll see how this one goes tonight. As mentioned, this is their first matchup of the season. Still trying to feel out each other, but this is it's going to be a really close game.
That was Emma Thistle able to drain that triple. Of course, known for being an assist person. That one is too tall for Alyssa Faborowski and a turnover. Oram going back outside, mid-range jumper, and another one. That time it's Knebel draining that shot.
Yeah, it looks like she's going to camp out right there at the free throw line, but that opportunity comes off of a pass that is going to the right place, but just inaccurate because of the pressure.
Annika Richardson able to respond. They're going to call that a long 2, not a 3 though. Although it did look like a 3 from our vantage point. Nice passing by Carthage. Orozco for 3, buries the triple.
It's a beautiful shot, beautiful rotation there. Wheaton's got to understand they got to help the helper when someone's driving down the baseline. They've got to get to the corner and rotate. Wheaton just a little bit late. Carthage cranking up the heat.
Early turnover there that gives Wheaton 4 turnovers. Xavier, what are your thoughts so far? I know it's early in the first quarter, but what are your thoughts?
Absolutely. I think first and foremost, Wheaton has had the opportunity to score and get some really good opportunities and some good shots. They just have to slow down on offense. The thing about a press is they're trying to speed you up, trying to make you just do things that you wouldn't normally do. So they just got to get back to the fundamentals, take a deep breath, understand that Carthage is human just like they are. Take a breath and just be better with that. Obviously, I think they need to do a little bit of a better job guarding Knebel at the free throw line. But other than that, I think that this is still a pretty manageable game.
And coming into this CCIW, it seems like Illinois Wesleyan got a lot of attention, and rightfully so. Number 2 ranked team in the country, still undefeated, 16-0, 7-0 in CCIW play. But Wheaton, very sneaky for some reason. Obviously, not the subpar non-conference slate. I mean, they're 8-7, but they're 3-3. They're right there in the CCIW mix.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a tight race. Obviously, with Illinois Wesleyan and with Carroll at the top, but the next 6 teams are all within a game of each other. You've got 4 teams that are at 3-3, and then 2 more teams that are at 2-4. So these games have enormous weight, especially in these games where even if it's not the top teams that you're playing, you still got to fight for your right to party.
Of course, Coach Matson talked about how they had a tough non-conference slate playing against teams like Mount St. Joseph, UW-Whitewater, and hopefully, as he said, it's going to prepare Wheaton for this conference slate. Having to play on Wednesday and Saturday from now on. Grace Cord misses the 3. Faborowski gets the board.
Yeah, I really like what you said about the tough non-conference slate. If you want to be a championship team, win tough games, win big games down the stretch, you got to be battle tested, got to know how to win in those tough games, as there's another missed opportunity there.
Loicado missed that field goal for the Thunder. Backdoor cut, and Orozco still has the ball. Swinging around now, here's Aram for three. Misses everything though. Right now Carthage is shooting 4 of 8 from the field. Wheaton is 2 of 9. Both teams have turned the ball over 4 times. Under 3 minutes now to play. Oliver, not about dicing it inside now, goes back to Alexis Mart before that is stripped away by the Firebirds and Orozco. Morrissey slices, Morrissey misses. Nice defense there by Annika Richardson. And there's a 3-ball. That is Annika Richardson knocking down that tray.
And that's why she's such an impressive player, making plays on defense and on offense, getting the block, hustling down the court, finding the shot, getting her feet set, and let it hang.
And that's going to be a jump ball. Alexis Martin as well as Alyssa Orozco fighting for it. They will stay with Carthage on this end of the floor. And Annika Richardson leading the way, 7 points already for her. Of course, coming off a double-double performance, 23 points and 11 rebounds. That being her 3rd double-double of the season. Favorowski with a nice steal. I mean, how about Alyssa Favorowski? Only 5'4", but seems to always get her hands on the ball.
Absolutely. She is a defensive menace, and that time she saw the defensive rotation that she needed to get over on the double team through the screen. Beautiful hands to not foul. She gets a steal.
Favorowski now for 3. Cannot connect though. Aram gets the board. Of course, Alyssa Favorowski against North Central, 4 steals, which led the team. Almost gets another steal there. Here comes a 3. That's Thistle. Buries it. That's now 3 threes for Carthage in this quarter. They're up 15-9. Nice backdoor cut, and the finish there by Annika Richardson. She has 9. Pekaski, who just checked in the game, she's guarded by Grace Kaiser. Another deep triple. That's going to leave it short, though, for Orozco. And a Thistle leading scorer for the Firebirds with 6 points. Favorowski, 10 on the shot clock, tries to go inside to Richardson. And let's see what they will call it. It looks like it's Wheaton ball. 9 on the shot clock. As Kate Oliver checks back in for Alyssa Favorowski. Hunter picked up by Grace Cord. Big on big now, 4 on the shot clock for Richardson. Slithers through, finishes again.
It's a beautiful finish coming off of the screen, getting back to her right hand and getting downhill. Not enough defensive pressure in her face. Now she's cranking it up on the defensive end herself.
Almost brought defensive pressure right there and forced another turnover. Now 7 on the shot clock for Emma Thistle. Here's Nora Aram for 3, off the mark. And Carthage is not going to get one more field goal off. 15-13, Firebirds leading it as we approach the second quarter. Of course, for the Firebirds, last year finished 12-13, 5-11 in CCIW play. They're coming off of 5 consecutive seasons with a losing record. Their last time they've had a winning season was back in 2018 and 19, but you look at what they're doing this season, 11-4, obviously the 2-game losing streak, but they're honestly off to their best start, I believe, since nearly 10 years. This team has a chance to make the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, absolutely, and Megan Jones, the coach for the Firebirds, has done a terrific job. Obviously some seniors within the starting lineup that are getting big minutes, that know what it's like to put in all the work and not really see the results. And now they've been actually able to put it together, and it's these games where they've been able to squeeze out some quality wins. So
yeah, they're coming off their best season since the last time they've had such a great season. You got to go all the way back to the 2013-14 season when they went 26-4. They won the CCIW tournament. They had a Sweet 16 appearance, but honestly, on a 2-game losing streak. Meanwhile, for Wheaton, again, they're sort of this sneaky team, only 8-7-3-3 in the CCIW, but probably one of the better head coaches in the CCIW, and Coach Madsen.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that you can see through this team is their ability to have a resolve to respond. They dropped 2 losses to the top 2 teams in the conference, and then they go on the road to North Central, get a huge victory over them, and it looks like they have their confidence back, and just their ability to be able to respond even in the midst of some things not going their way. Both of these teams really showcasing that.
This Coach Madsen entering his 15th season with the program, fastest CCIW coach to get to 150 wins. Ball's on the ground. Trumbach tries to fight for it. Where they're going to rule it? A jump ball. And it looks like it is going to be Firebird's ball. Meanwhile, Coach Jones, we talk about how one coach is entering his 15th season. Coach Jones is only entering her 2nd season and already providing that spark that Carthage really wants.
Yeah, that's all you need when you've got the players in place and you have a mindset and a culture that you want to build. And once you get the players to buy in, it doesn't take very long.
Morrissey just threw that one away. Meanwhile, for Coach Jones, she replaces Coach Bernera, who's been with the Firebirds for nearly 20 seasons.
And that's always something that is extremely hard to do when you've got a long-standing coach in front of you. As Jenna Hunter gets one to fall, that's going to be a matchup that we're going to be looking forward to. But when you're in the shadow of someone who's been there for 20+ years, it's a hard expectation, but she's living up to him so far.
She has served as a head coach once, back when she was the head coach at Monmouth for only 2 seasons. That one high off the glass, and they're going to call a foul against the Thunder, I believe it's going to be against Trumbach.
Yeah, Petra Trumbach, known for her defensive savvy, tasked with guarding Morrissey, trying to be a little physical there, but she brings her left hand down. Morrissey staying strong through the contact and getting to the line.
First team all CCIW selection a season ago, got over 1,000 career points against Elmhurst with 17 points. Also became the 26th Carthage player to achieve that feat. By the way, her jersey number 33 comes from her dad, who wore the same number when he was playing. And that one is going to be a turnover. Thistle takes it away.
It's the second time that they've turned the ball over, trying to get the ball to the middle of the court. That's where you want to do it, but you want to get the ball in bounds first and then go there so that you can have your runners on the outsides get up in fast break.
And it's Emma Thistle yet again finishing for the Firebirds. I'll now give her 8 points leading the Firebirds.
Yeah, Emma Thistle with a quiet 8 points. She gets to the rack there, showed off the 3-point ability earlier. And that's how you break the press right there, though. Calm passes, you get it to Annika Richardson, and then she's got her head up and finds Jenna Hunter all alone. That's the risk that the Firebirds are trying to take. Wheaton needs to make them pay.
Here's Grace Cord looking back out, a 3-ball. Wamser, no. Annika Richardson plucks the loose miss.
Yeah, and we talked about it a little bit earlier, but Jenna Hunter and Grace Cord are some of the better passers from the block, from down low, from the paint. Keep an eye out on that.
Richardson cannot hit. Thistle gets the board. Thistle looking back out. I believe Morrissey rattles in another one. 5 points now for Mariana Morrissey. Along with a rebound and an assist. try to work it inside to Kate Oliver. It was clogged up though in the paint. Kate on the shot clock. Jenna Hunter will fire, buries it. And you talked about this, Xavier. For Jenna Hunter to have the passing ability, really rare for someone her size being a 4.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not something that you teach. Obviously, you want your guards, the guys who are handling the ball the most, to be able to be great passers. But when you have the ability to be able to pass well from the block, from the lane, from the free throw line, it opens everything up for everyone else. It's really exciting to see. And Jenna Hunter does a great job of it.
And the Thistle checked out. Malia Green is back in for Carthage. Of course, Coach Matson talked about Jenna Hunter, her ability to bring that defensive intensity, also defend the best post player on the other team, which makes it easier for other defenders for Wheaton to do their job. Kaiser, no, but it's Trumbach who got the offensive rebound. Oliver will slice through, and she draws the foul.
Yeah, Wheaton early on, outside of Richardson's 1-3 that they've hit, they are 1 for 8 from downtown. Just have not been able to connect. And after Kaiser's missed 3, Kate Oliver was a bit of a shot fake and drives to get a better high percentage shot. She draws the foul, gets to the strike.
Wheaton buried 8 3-pointers against North Central. Meanwhile, held the Cardinals to 3 3-pointers in that entire game. Cardinals were 3 of 21, while forcing 20 turnovers. And you have 2 leading scorers. Kate Oliver averaging nearly 15 points, 5th in the CCIW. Annika Richardson, 14.3, 7th in the CCIW. It really is this 2-person game that gets Wheaton going.
100%. And even with that, we talked about the supporting roles. They're really a dangerous team when everyone else gets involved as well and takes a little bit of food off of their plate offensively.
Of course, Lily Cato leads the team in steals. She has 28 as Fabarowski trying to plead her case, but it will stay with the Firebirds, 7 on the shot clock. But yeah, Coach Matz, again, she talked about Jenna Hunter bringing that defensive intensity. He also talked about Lily Cato being so good on the defensive end as well with the amount of steals.
Yeah, absolutely. Lily Cato with the rebound there. Don't let the stat line from last game fool you. She struggled a little bit, but she can score at will, but also is so good on defense, has great recognition and great ball skills to be able to get deflections and get steals to take possessions away from other teams.
But also Alyssa Fabarowski bringing the leadership. That's what Coach Matz had talked about, her being a floor general as Kaiser's 3 won't fall.
Yeah, I get the privilege actually to serve with Alyssa Fabarowski on Sunday nights. And she is such a leader. She's brought a lot of fire, but also a lot of direction for this team, something that they have really benefited from over these past few years.
And they're going to call a kickball against Wheaton. So they will stay with the Firebirds. But while we do have a media timeout, what do you and Alyssa do on Sunday nights?
So we actually we go down the street to a local church called Gospel Life Church, and we actually get the opportunity to lead middle schoolers and high schoolers. We do worship service. We get to hear a message. A lot of me and my teammates are there as well, and we get to lead a youth group afterwards. So yeah, it's extremely impactful. But with our volunteer work, we get the opportunity to speak up a lot and give input and give direction in how we want to impact kids' lives through the gospel and the betterment of Jesus Christ. And yeah, she's been super vocal about that. She's awesome. Very infectious energy. So yeah, it really translates in every area of her life.
And how long have you been working with Alyssa Fabarowski, may I ask as well?
About 1.5 years. We started at the beginning of my junior year. So I've gotten 3 semesters under my belt with her and at Gospel Life, and it's been a fun time.
Of course, Alyssa Fabarowski, Kate Oliver, and Annika Richardson really the only consistent starters for Wheaton, but Fabarowski probably having her best season given how she's been asked to do a lot more, averaging about 7.5 points per game, shooting at 44% on true shooting, but also plays nearly 32 minutes per game. I guess we can round it to 33. That's going to have to be 5th in the CCIW.
Yeah, she plays a lot, and there's a reason for that. She's one of the better guards, and looks like there's going to be a and one call here.
And I believe they're going to get Malia Green on the and one.
Yeah.
They're called a foul against Cato, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, a really good back screen to free up Green to be able to get underneath the basket. But right in that dunk spot, you got it. That's the crown jewel, especially when you're inbounding or defending an inbound right up underneath the rim. That time, Wheaton left it open, gave them a 3-point play opportunity.
Of course, Carthage really struggled against Illinois West, but Malia Green led the team with 10 points on 45% true shooting and also led the Firebirds with 3 steals.
Yeah, going back to Faborowski and her playing a lot, the reason for that is because there's so many guards in the CCIW that are so good and that are so offensively charged. That's going to result in a jump ball.
I mean, it's not often that you get the ball stuck.
Not at all, especially when you're right up underneath the net.
Let's see. Okay, they're going to use the broom to try to get the ball out. There we go. As Malia Green was trying to jump for it, but a little too tall for her. Only at 5'7". So Wheaton going to have possession, but 5 on the shot clock.
Yeah, I got to get a quick shot up here. Looks like that's what they're planning to do.
Kaiser. Now it's Richardson. 1 to shoot. Richardson. It got blocked, though. And they're going to call a shot clock violation regardless. Great defense by Elena Knebel.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that Richardson decided to swing that. I figured she would have probably tried to drive or do some sort of dribble move, especially with 5 seconds on the play clock, but they reversed it, got back to her, and it was just too late.
Both teams have made 3 field goals so far here in quarter number 2. Oh, and a nice find to Knebel. I believe the assist goes to Malia Green.
Yeah, Malia Green, the beautiful pass. Monica Richardson denying the ball from the top side of Knebel, and Knebel was able to box her out and get the easy lay.
Aller wants to make her move. Outside, Kaiser buries the 3-pointer.
Yeah, she's been looking for that one. Great dribble drive by Kate Oliver there to draw Kaiser's defender away from her. That time Kaiser had her feet set, had a bit more space to operate, and she knocks that one down. They're going to need a lot more of that if they want to win this basketball game. 6
points against North Central, the only transfer in to Wheaton coming in from Illinois College. Aram down the baseline. One more pass. Here's Orozco for 3. Oh, wow. Nothing but net for Lissa Orozco.
Yeah, and Carthage is finding success driving down the baseline and Wheaton not rotating fast enough to be able to recover and guard this wing 3 on this side of the court, the bottom side of your screen. Wheaton's going to have to adjust, or Carthage is going to keep making them pay.
And another miss there for Wheaton. Meanwhile, for Orozco, she has 6 points again. Leading scorer Emma Thessel, she has 8. Orozco tries again. This time misses everything, though. Carthage has made 4 out of their last 5 field goals. Meanwhile, for Wheaton, they've made 1 out of their last 6 in terms of 3-pointers. Faborowski almost thought about taking that mid-range, Jay, and that's going to be a foul going against Orozco. Bonus not necessarily a problem for both teams, each with 2 fouls so far in this quarter.
Yeah, it's been a rather clean game in comparison to a lot of the games, especially in college. Both teams being really disciplined right now.
A rebound just went back to Annika Richardson, able to finish for Grace Kaiser. "13 points for Annika Richardson. been averaging nearly 14.3 points per game. Green trying to get the board. And let's see what they want to rule. It looks like it's going to stay with Carthage. Morrissey picked up by Petra Trumbach. A minute 34 to go now before the intermission, 28-26. Aram using the screen by Knebel. Aram against Kaiser, 1 to shoot. Cannot get the friendly roll though. Oh, did they throw the ball to bounds? Oh my goodness, that was a blunder there. I think Petra Trumbach assumed the shot went in and just threw it to the referee.
Either that or the horn went off, actually, as if like the play clock expired or something like that. Or not the play clock, but the shot clock
expired.
It's my football brain going off there.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Just a costly turnover there, especially down by 2.
And because of that, Carthage able to convert. And this time it is Knebel finishing. She has 8 points, tied with Thistle, who also has 8. I mean, it's still a 4-point game. Not necessarily the costliest turnover as there's another foul.
Yeah, not super costly, but especially in a game like this, a minute left, you have the opportunity to either tie it or take the lead by 1. Obviously, you want those back, especially on a play like that. Was it an attempt to take a charge there? Kate Oliver getting downhill.
Oliver, and they're going to call yet another foul. I believe that's going to go against Grace Wamser.
I think that's actually going to be on Malia Green. Trying to slide her feet. It's really hard to guard Kate Oliver, but she's got 2 personal fouls now. And she's been guarding Kate Oliver pretty much the entirety of this first half. We'll see how that affects the rest of this quarter and then early on in the third.
So far, Oliver only with 4 points as yet another foul. I believe they're going to get that one against Emma Thistle.
And as we were just talking about how these teams were not really close to the bonus, they're in the bonus now. And so now, instead of Wheaton having to really work for a shot, they get an opportunity to get 2 freebies at the line here.
Alyssa Fabrowski looking for her first points of the game. Again, 6 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists against North Central. 10 points against Milliken. Someone who started in just only 11 games, playing in every single game and starting in every single game this year. Misses the second free throw, so it's a 3-point lead for the Firebirds, about a 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock. As this will probably want to waste a little bit of clock before running the play.
Absolutely. Look for the baseline drive. Look for Knebel moving.
Aram, 5 to shoot. Picked up by Annika Richardson. Richardson able to take it away. Let's see if Kate Oliver can put up one more shot. That's not going to count. As the Carthage Firebirds lead 30-27 at the end of the first half. Emma Thistle and Knebel each with 8 points. Meanwhile, Annika Richardson has 13, and we'll bring you the start of the second half after these messages and a word from the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network.
would say be bold. There's a lot of people here on campus who want to enter into a relationship with you. So many programs and things to get involved with, but get involved and be bold in that. And also just be unashamed of who you are. Wheaton, there is no perfect Wheaton student. Rather, we're just a bunch of broken, sinful people who are just in pursuit of a perfect God. Orientation committee, and then also, of course, transfer orientation committee if you're a transfer. These are people who have been praying for you and are making so many invitations to enter into a relationship with you in that first month being at campus. So I would just say respond to those invitations, and that goes for OC members as well as the faculty and staff that surround them. I'd say the biggest challenge was how lonely it was. When you first step onto campus, you don't have all the friends that you're gonna have. And so it took time to just learn how to make friends again. One of the best pieces of advice I had was to introduce myself to my professors as a transfer. And I was surprised just by how many emails I had from professors just making themselves known. So this is a campus where you're so known and loved.
Welcome to the Armerding Center for Music and the Arts at Wheaton College. This beautiful new facility, located in the center of our campus, is a testament to artistic potential of every person, each one with imagination, creativity, and artistic impulse in the image of God. Home to the Wheaton College Conservatory of Music and Community School of the Arts, this space is not just a building. It's a virtual symphony of possibilities. Designed with acoustical excellence in every room, the Armerding Center is a haven for music study and performance. The Armerding Center hosts vibrant performance spaces, including the recital and concert halls, where the music comes to life again and again. These spaces host performance, worship, and study at Wheaton, in which every note, every melody resonates with a higher purpose, creating immersive experiences which transcend the sounds themselves. These venues, together with the Grand Edmund Chapel, provide opportunities to experience the sacred truths of music and the God who initiated music in the first place. Step into this thriving hub of creativity and community. Every week, the Armerding Center pulsates with energy, offering a kaleidoscope of events, faculty and student recitals, ensemble concerts, visiting artists' performances, and masterclasses. But amidst the excitement, there is deep focus. Our state-of-the-art practice rooms, classrooms, and performance spaces are not just physical structures, but evidence of the college's commitment to acoustic engineering and aesthetic beauty. Over 40 practice rooms, a choral rehearsal room, and numerous classrooms underscore our dedication to the arts and the artists. Our students and faculty now revel in spaces with proper climate control, sound isolation, and ample storage. No longer scattered across 6 different buildings, the Conservatory of Music has found its unified home, a building named in honor of the esteemed Hudson T. Armerding, class of '41, former president of Wheaton College. We are delighted to share with you the Armerding Center. This space supports, encourages, and creates new pathways for artistic engagement. The building is much more than bricks and mortar. It is a symbol of the college's enduring commitment to excellence and the thriving creative community that calls it home. We are eager to share this magnificent building with you, our students, faculty, and our community for generations to come. The Armerding Center for Music and the Arts provides endless artistic possibilities for the enduring power of music to inspire, uplift, and unite us all.
think one of the fun things about deciding where to go to college is that all of your peers are in kind of the same place. Remember, other people have done this, other people have gone before me and will come after me and are going through it with me now. It's not as isolating as it may feel. I didn't really know what I was looking for at first. It started with me just scrolling through website after website of colleges. I knew I wanted something that was medium-sized. I knew that I wanted a strong natural sciences department. I knew that I wanted to be challenged academically inside the classroom, but I also didn't want life to stop in the classroom. I'm grateful that I was able to visit as many schools as I did. A large part of my decision to attend Wheaton was influenced by my campus visit. What instantly stood out to me was that everyone on campus was smiling. I felt welcomed, I felt appreciated, seen, and wanted. And so the application process itself was really joy-filled. The decision process was quite a different story. I got the decisions and acceptances and rejections back, and rejections stung. I became very stressed. I started to question, do I want to keep going to school? Do I want to go far? Do I want to come closer to home? And that's where I really started to ask, okay, what are the options remaining before me? And Wheaton was again at the top. I started to work with Ellen, my admissions counselor. I just worked with her really closely and had several hour-long phone calls just talking through what does a Wheaton education look like, what is the value of a Wheaton education, and got to have personal conversations and interactions. So even during a time that was really stressful, I felt valued and seen as a whole person rather than just a GPA and test scores.
What does it mean to truly be a community for Christ and his kingdom?
Human communities throughout the centuries have made agreements with one another on how they are going to live.
Faith should not be compartmentalized. It should shape and enrich every aspect of life.
People are coming here to be shaped and formed for life.
All three of these statements, the statement of faith, the community covenant, the diversity commitment, are really ways of fleshing out our nice, succinct model for Christ and his kingdom.
These commitments make Wheaton a place of depth and layers.
Faculty, staff, and students, we all try to follow Christ.
It's a place that really develops the heart, mind, body, and soul.
And it's not about rules, it's about how we show love to one another.
They're not meant to just be these words on a page that sound really good to say, but honestly, help us to try to live out those things daily. I see it as an attempt to marry what we do and say.
The mission of Wheaton College is to serve Jesus Christ and advance his kingdom through excellence in liberal arts education. That mission is empowered by the enduring commitments that we make and keep. Our statement of faith, that's what we believe, our commitment to biblical evangelical orthodoxy. Our community covenant, those are promises we make to one another and to God about the way we're going to live in Christian community. And also our Christ-centered diversity commitment, how we express beautiful diversity within the body of Christ, pursuing Christian unity. Those commitments make Wheaton a very special place, a place we hope that God is calling you to join.
Welcome back to the start of the second half between the Wheaton Thunder and the Carthage Firebirds, with Carthage only hanging on to a 3-point lead. Xavier, what were your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty evenly matched, actually. When you go back and you look at the stats, the point and paint differential is only 2. Their fast break points and the points off the bench break even. So it's going to come down essentially to execution and into discipline. The points of emphasis are turnovers. Wheaton taking care of the basketball versus the press. That's going to be something that has to be of absolute paramount if they want to win this game. And then also Carthage generating more chaos and turning those steals into quick points. Also, something that we saw at the end of the first that will probably be important is fouls and free throws. No one's in serious foul trouble, but stealing points at the line could be the deciding factor tonight.
Of course, Matt Snyder of D3 Datacast literally had this game. We were talking about this, Xavier, but he literally had the game at Pick'em. And, I mean, it's essentially an even game other than Carthage leading by 3.
Yeah, 100%. These teams are going to go back and forth.
Of course, we'll go back to Matt Snyder in a little bit. Alyssa Fabrowski just ties the game.
Beautiful shot there coming out. Getting a quick bucket, tying this game. That's a huge shot, especially considering how they shot from 3 in the first half.
Wheaton shot 2 of 12 from 3. That's Alyssa Fabrowski's first three-pointer, rather her first field goal. Had a point from the free throw line, and a response right there. I believe that's Malia Green.
Yeah, Malia Green stepping into that one, a few steps behind the three-point line. Looked like Wheaton wasn't really respecting her very much to even shoot that one, but she made him pay.
3 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist for Malia Green in half number 1. They try working inside of Kaiser, instead it's picked off by Morrissey. Mariana Morrissey, even numbers for her. Another 3, I believe, another one, and that won't go. And now it's Thistle trying, also unable to hit. Oliver gets the board.
Usually Wheaton, a pretty good team at getting defensive rebounds. Gave another second chance opportunity there as there's a foul on Kate Oliver going up. Refusing the ball screen. Looked like there was decent help there. But number 15, Grace Wamser, coming down with that right hand. It's going to get called every time.
Again, Oliver, 24 points, as you mentioned, in the first half, rather against North Central. She is one of 6 CCIW players with at least 3 double-doubles, with the other players being Annika Richardson, Emma Carlson of Carthage, Biz Daly of North Central, as the second free throw misses, but also Kaylee Papez of Augustin, and then Jocelyn Schroeder of North Central.
Yeah, obviously Emma Carlson not in the lineup today. Such a beautiful step-through move from Emma Thistle.
Instead, it's been Grace Wamser taking her place. We hope that Emma Carlson is all right. Leading rebounder on the team, averaging about 8.4. Also going to be second in the CCIW is Carlson. Here's Annika Richardson. That won't fall. Right now, Carthage is on a 5-0 run in the last minute and nearly 40 seconds. Here's Wamser from beyond the arc. Can hit. Offensive rebound. And again, missing is the Firebirds, and it's going to be another foul going against Wheaton.
Yeah, Carthage crashing the glass as of these first few minutes here in the second half. It's definitely going to be something to keep tabs on. If you can get offensive rebounds and create extra shots for yourself, it's going to put you in a better position to win ball games.
And that time they're going to call the foul against the Firebirds.
I'm not sure. Looked like Grace Wamser was just coming in and that incidental contact. It looked like she was just trying to get the ball and Kate Oliver was in the way, but that's the thing about 24. She draws a lot of fouls, draws a lot of contact. Got to be controlled when you go in for a rebound as well. So Good call from the official there.
You called against Wamser. Cato able to finish and take advantage of that press.
Yeah, beautiful cut from Cato. She can handle the ball, but she's so good at moving without the basketball and cutting. She did it that time as Carthage turned in the ball over. There, pass from Knebel. Just a bit off the mark.
Both teams have so far turned it over 9 times. Definitely contrast with the Firebirds today against Illinois Wesleyan. There's Oliver from beyond there, cans the triple.
Get a little drive and dish. Beautiful shot there. And plenty of space to be able to get it off cleanly and comfortably.
Morrissey's shot won't fall, and another offensive rebound. That was, I believe, Knebel.
Yeah, we mentioned Morrissey's name quite a bit early on in the first half. Has gone a bit quiet. That time she gets back downhill, which is something that she is so good at. We'll see if the game plan will be to try to get those lanes open for her so that she can create shots for herself and shots for her teammates as well.
Went off of Cato's hand, so Carthage still has possession. Wheaton, by the way, on their own 5-0 run after Carthage went on a 5-0 run, and a sick triple right there by Malia Green.
And that's an unfortunate break for the Thunder. Lily Cato having good eyes, trying to get the back tap on that entry pass at the elbow, but couldn't get it, and the gamble doesn't pay off, leaving Malia Green as she hits her second 3 of the night.
9 points for Green. Again, only had 3 points in half number 1. Richardson again. Oh, with the bounce, it falls for Annika Richardson.
That's as about a good of a 3-point look late in the shot clock as you're gonna get. Time dwindling down, and the friendly bounce off the front iron.
She's shooting 37% from downtown, second in the CCIW, 73rd in all of Division III. That one inside, and almost a turnover there for Carthage. They still have the possession, and the shot clock will momentarily reset at 30 before they get it back to 20. Morrissey, and that's going to be a foul against Wheaton, I believe against Kate Oliver. As Petra Trumbek as well as Nora Oram will check back in. Morrissey will take a seat at the bench, as well as Lily Cato. Opting to also bring in some more size with the addition of Jenna Hunter in for Grace Kaiser. Green, now 9 to shoot, 5 minutes to go. Here's a 3 by Oram. The shot won't fall. I'm not sure why the buzzer went off with 9 on the shot clock. Regardless, we do have a media timeout, 38 apiece, and we go back to Matt Snyder of D3 Datacast, because obviously if you win your conference, you get that auto bid, but if you don't, then you are basically determined by what's known as the NPI, which basically determines D3 at-large bids. Right now, Carthage, because they're 11-4, they actually rank 37th, but more importantly, 17th among Pool C teams, and that would, for now, get them into the tournament. Illinois Wesleyan has the #1 overall NPI. Meanwhile, Wheaton is at 111. That being said, if Wheaton wins, given the factors of the NPI, which we will discuss a little bit later, you would think that Wheaton's NPI would go up. Meanwhile, for Carthage, it would go down.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way that the NPI works is really complex. A lot of numbers, obviously. Something that me and the football team had to experience on the bad end, looking at the first team out. But it is a system in which, when you are playing quality opponents and you win or you lose, it's going to affect that NPI index. So got to be able to win these games, and the way that you do that is just take them one at a time. Take them one at a time. Got to be in the moment right now. and find a way to win tight ball games like this one.
There are 6 factors that go into your NPI winning percentage / strength of schedule. Home away multiplier. 3rd would be quality win base. The 4th would be quality win base multiplier. The 5th is overtime win, and then the 6th is minimum wins, which is at 12.5. Now, if you're asking me, I do not know everything, so please do not email me. But you can also go to the NCAA website to learn a little bit more. Faborowski tries from beyond the arc, but Jenna Hunter gets the board instead of Malia Green before being turned over right back to Thistle.
A tough turnover there. Really good offensive rebound. Just not very much help, and good defensive awareness from the Firebirds to be able to stop that second chance opportunity.
While Carroll among all CCIW teams would be 2nd, again among all CCIW teams, they would rank at 63rd in NPI. As we have Carthage here to inbound it with Pekaski. Jessie Pekaski in now for her 7th game. They play against Illinois Wesleyan, only scored 2 points. Aram guarded by Trumbach. Aram has to just put up the shot. Too strong. Trumbach gets the board.
Good defensive possession there by Wheaton. Forcing a late shot in the shot clock. That was a low percentage one.
Both teams are rather even. That's going to be a turnover there for Wheaton, but Carthage only 3 of 9 from the field. Wheaton's 4 of 6. Both teams have made 14 field goals, and we're all knocked up at 38.
Yeah, that's exactly what we talked about at the break. But at some point, something's got to give. Somebody's got to go on a run. Someone's got to take the game into their own hands, whether it's offensively or defensively. It's only a matter of time.
Once again, top 2 scoring defenses in the CCIW. Aram from beyond the arc trays out. Richardson gets the board. But also Carthage holding teams to a 37% field goal percentage. That's going to be 2nd. Meanwhile, Wheaton holding teams to about a 36% from range. That's number 1 in the CCIW.
Yeah, and that's what you'd expect from both of these teams. But also it makes sense that these teams are having trouble getting good shots away and finding open looks. Extremely defensive game. The team that can figure out how to score and get buckets offensively, as Thistle on the cut there over a tough finish. The team that's going to be able to figure it out offensively is going to be able to win this game.
And the Thistle now has 12 points. There's another turnover. Pekaski stole it away, and they're going to call a foul against Wheaton.
We've said it once, we'll say it again. That pass to the middle has just been something that Wheaton has been trying to do, but haven't been able to connect. And Carthage has been trigger happy to anticipate that pass. They've actually had some more effectiveness coming up the side of the court, outside of the volleyball lines, and then getting the ball back into the center. But that's going to be something that Wheaton is going to have to adjust to, and Carthage looking like they're trying to up the heat on the defensive end.
40-38, Firebirds lead it by 2, and something that really stood out to me when I was talking to Coach Madsen, and obviously this was a couple of months ago during Thanksgiving as well as Christmas break, was how Coach Madsen would actually give a lot of time off during Thanksgiving. Of course, while you have some other teams within Division III who might stay during Thanksgiving break, Coach Madsen actually did something, he gave his players off as well as a lot of time during Christmas, which to me was really interesting. But he talked about how, hey, the players, they actually go through a lot. They need some time off, and specifically talked about some of the mental health concerns. But again, very interesting with some of the things that Coach Madsen does.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that is something that is so important, that is so glanced over, especially when you're talking about collegiate athletes and what they have to juggle, right? You've got class, and then you've got practice, you've got film, you've got lifts, you've got all of these different things. And one of the things that Coach Madsen does a great job of is recognizing that they need rest, that when they come back from winter break, after Christmas break, start of January, they're playing every Wednesday and Saturday. The schedule picks back up with their workload, and they don't get a break from here on out. So the more time that you can log that rest early on in the season, it's going to be able to pay dividends later on.
course, the Wheaton players got back for the start of spring practice literally on New Year's Eve, so December 31st, before they had to play Illinois Wesleyan, go back to that constant play on Wednesday, play on Saturday slate that we're seeing right now. Firebirds up by 2, 41-38, as you had Pekaski at the free throw line, appearing again in her 7th game, and that's going to be a turnover for Thistle, rather a steal for her.
I tell you what, Emma Thistle is playing an exceptional game right now. She's got her fingerprint all over this game offensively, and looks like there was a bit of a hand check there. We'll see what the call is on the replay. Maybe on the pivot, but as we mentioned, free throws are now something that are awarded to the Firebirds for this last 2 minutes and 9 seconds of this third quarter. We'll see if Wheaton can stay away from fouling to keep the Firebirds off of the line.
Team foul number 5 against Wheaton. As Emma Thistle, a 71% free throw shooter, again shooting 50% on true shooting, which basically measures how effective you are as a shooter. Able to knock down the second free throw. Firebirds up by 5, which is not their largest lead. They led it by as many as 6, 15-9, but that was early in the first quarter.
Yeah, Wheaton is still yet to lead the game since about halfway through the second quarter. They're looking to go on a run and snatch this lead back.
They're up 21-20 with 4:58 to go in quarter number 2. 6 on the shot clock for Kate Oliver. Richardson picked up by Pekaski. Richardson too strong, and they're going to call a shot clock violation against Wheaton's, regardless, Firebirds ball.
Yeah, another good defensive possession, and oftentimes you can tell kind of early on in a possession how it's going to go. Wheaton wasn't able to really get the ball inside of the paint, inside of the three-point line, and that's exactly where the ball stayed, outside of it, and that resulted in a forced shot. Not a great look at the end of the shot clock.
Pekaski picked up by Richardson. 7 on the shot clock now for Thistle, guarded by Kate Oliver. What a screen there. They're going to call it an illegal screen, though. It looked too good to be true for the Firebirds, as it's going to be against Grace Cord.
Yeah, Grace Cord didn't like that one. Bit of a judgment call. A lot of contact there on the screen, but there's another turnover there created by the Firebirds, taken away by Morrissey.
Of course, leads the team in steals. 32 coming into this game, also good enough to be 4th in the CCIW. Under a minute now to go. Firebirds up 43-38. Thistle picked up by Lily Cato. 5 on the clock now. Orozco, and almost turned over. Just going to have to put up one more shot, and a shot clock violation. So right now, Firebirds 5-0 run in the last 4 minutes and 39 seconds, kind of showing you how hard points are to come by from these two defenses. Almost thrown to our way. Regardless, it's going to be Firebirds ball.
Yeah, watch your head there, Aiden. Protect that equipment over near you, boss. It's another errant pass. Wheaton's got to find a way to once again take a deep breath. Understand that they can get great opportunities if they just slow down and take care of the basketball.
17 turnovers now for Wheaton. Firebirds can really just hold for the last shot as the shot clock's turned off. Meanwhile, 13 turnovers for Carthage. 3 won't fall, though, for Pekaski. And is that another foul? It is.
Not sure what the hesitation was there from Kate Oliver. Only a few seconds left up on the shot clock, but she draws the foul.
4 to shoot. Oliver still has the ball. Just heaves it to Trumbach. They're not going to get the shot off in time. So Firebirds sort of edging out the Thunder 43-38. And Xavier, let's see what we can talk about. Okay, yeah, student athlete thing. So obviously you're a student athlete yourself. You do play quarterback for the Wheaton Thunder. What are some things that people may not necessarily know about being an athlete in the Division III level?
Well, it starts with time management, right? Like on a regular day, you got classes throughout the day, and then you have film sessions, you have practice, you have lifts that you have to go to in the morning. And what it does is it fills your schedule. So you have to be extremely detailed in when you're going to study, when you're going to read for classes, going in to meet professors, but also doing your due diligence to make sure that you're prepared for game days as well. So that is something that is extremely hard. That's something that everyone is having to adjust to. Getting sleep is something that is not really talked about or understood. Getting the proper nutrition, like all of these things are magnified when you combine your academics and your athletics. But it's extremely rewarding at the same time. It's a really, really awesome experience. I got to do it for 4 seasons, and now on the other side of it, I've got a lot of more free time to be able to get homework done and have some leisure time. But it's definitely a blessing and something that is worth adjusting to.
Of course, Mariana Morrissey and Grace Wamser talked about in the Fueling the Flame podcast about the time management when it comes to playing basketball, how it teaches you to manage your time and set standards during practices. It looks like it's another turnover for Wheaton. It is.
Yeah, and even more in basketball, you're traveling on a Wednesday night, going 3 hours to go play a basketball game, coming back on a Saturday evening also. So I can only imagine what basketball players go through.
Of course, Firebirds coming all the way from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Some of the Kenosha faithful, rather the Firebirds faithful, traveling down south to King Arena to cheer on their team, up by 5. Both teams made 4 field goals in quarter number 3 to, again, show you how even this matchup's been. A 3, and it's buried. That is Elena Knebel from beyond the arc.
It's a huge 3. Shooting that one from the corner. It's a tough shot. I would argue that it's the toughest 3 ball to ever shoot, and she knocks that one down.
11 points now for Knebel. Thistle again leading the team with 14 points. Annika Richardson has 16. Here is Richardson, finds Kate Oliver off the screen, and she's fouled.
Kate Oliver wanted to finish that one, but just a simple play, setting the screen, little miscommunication on the roll, a very accurate pass from Annika Richardson to get it to Kate Oliver through defenders. And expect a lot more of that, especially throughout the rest of this game. Outside of these two, there's been a bit of a lack of offensive production. Some big shots from Faborowski and from Jenna Hunter, who is on the bench right now. But they're going to have to step up in a big way, the big 2 for Wheaton, if they want to climb back into this.
8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals now for Kate Oliver as she knocks down the second free throw. It's now a 7-point game in favor of the Firebirds, which is almost the largest lead. Again, they had an 8-point lead before those free throws by Oliver. Thistle picked up by Faborowski. And the shot, no good. There for Knebel. Winner of this game moves in a tie for 3rd place with Milliken. And for Wheaton, they would actually own the tiebreaker for now as that shot misses for Kate Oliver.
It's a rare miss from her. She gets a step, just couldn't quite finish.
Morrissey now 12 on the shot clock for Thistle. Thistle passes it outside, 8 to shoot for the Firebirds. And there's Malia Green, can't hit though. Right now Firebirds on an 8-1 run in the last nearly 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Hasn't been necessarily a knockout punch by either team. But Wheaton's now won their last 4 in terms of field goals. Richardson for 3. Trims out though, but Cato gets the rebound. She'll now shoot. Oliver tries to get the rebound, somehow did though. Third possession for the Thunder, and that's going to be a turnover and a foul though going against Carthage, so Wheaton should still have possession.
Yeah, it looked like on the replay, bit of a push. Morrissey's right arm getting over top of the face and the upper region of Lily Cato there, trying to get to the basketball. Clock reset.
Richardson mid-range, Jay buries it.
That's a really good shot on the skip pass. It's one of the harder passes to defend if you can complete it and have a shooter with their feet set. Annika Richardson was ready for that one. She bears another.
19 points for Annika Richardson in this ball game. Either Grace Wamser is in foul trouble with 4. This all picked up by Faborowski. 5 on the shot clock. Under 7 minutes to go. A 3 ball. Way off, shot clock violation. As Malia Green missed everything there. 9 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist so far for Green. Oliver using that Richardson screen. Oliver with the left hand, and she's fouled.
Yeah, you saw on the drive there, Morrissey guarding Kate Oliver a few steps away from the 3-point line. Richardson refusing, or not Richardson, Richardson setting the screen. Kate Oliver refusing it. Getting to her left hand, using her speed to beat Morrissey to the spot. Getting back to the line once again. These free throws are going to be huge down the stretch.
9 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists for Kate Oliver. Lead is cut down to 3. Firebirds have not scored in nearly 3 minutes. They're 1 for their last 6 in terms of field goals, 1 for their last 5 from beyond the arc. And did Coach Jones call a timeout? Looks like she did, so 6:20 to go. Xavier, what are both teams talking about in their huddles?
I think Wheaton needs to talk about getting better shots on the defensive end. Carthage has been shooting decently well from 3-point, but also if they can get some quality shots inside, that's going to help them to maximize their points. So both of these teams, obviously taking care of the basketball is something that is going to be really important. We were even at the break in terms of turnovers. Wheaton is down by 4. They've turned the ball over 18 times to Carthage's only 14. So again, that's going to be something that is paramount to look for. Obviously got to take care of the basketball, but when you do have the basketball, got to be able to get quality shots versus both of these tough defenses.
And of course, we don't mean to sound so redundant, but we keep saying that this is such an even matchup. I mean, Carthage is only 16 of 41 from the field so far this entire game. Wheaton not too far behind, 15 of 37 from the field. Both teams a little similar when it comes to rebounding per se. Wheaton slightly outbounding the Firebirds, but again, just an even matchup per se.
Yeah, you look at these stats. If you go up and look at these stats online, I'm telling you, they're evenly matched. So it's going to be interesting to see in what phase of the game is one of these teams going to be able to pull away.
Of course, for the Firebirds, Thistle, 14 points for her. I mean, this is a team that lost Lauren Knight a season ago, had 17 points, a second-team All-CCIW. In fact, she transferred to St. Francis. They also lost Addison Ebeling, as well as Margaret Spear, but bringing in some new talent as Cato almost steals it, goes out of bounds. Firebirds ball with 6 to shoot.
Another really good deflection there from Cato, getting in the mix.
But before Emma Carlson couldn't play tonight, she transferred from Lawrence University. Got some quality production for her. The Firebirds have. 2 to shoot. Scoop shot, no, though.
Really good move. She went back to the step through. Just couldn't quite get enough English on the left-hand leg.
Meanwhile, Wheaton, they lost Annie Tate, they lost Caroline Sickink, lost Lily Schwinn, but they've gotten some excellent production out of Annika Richardson, a 2-time All-CCIW selection, and perhaps soon-to-be All-CCIW selection in Kate Oliver. Don't forget again about those role players, as you mentioned multiple times, Faborowski, Lily Cato, and I don't think Grace Kaiser saw how much time was left. That was just pounding defense there by the Firebirds.
Yeah, hounding defense, and that's what that type of defense does. We've seen on multiple occasions tonight the Thunder not aware of the shot clock, not aware of the game clock in general.
Wheaton still on a 5-0 run, but again, it's in the last 4 minutes. Just the Firebirds have just not been able to score. And there is, I believe, Mariana Morrissey, that only a quiet 7 points for her.
Yeah, and that's a big bucket. She's way too good of a scorer to be left alone right there in the lane.
Oliver for 3, trims the rim. Faborowski gets the rebound, though. Oliver dishes inside. Kate Oliver, too strong, though.
That's another beautiful move. Using her speed to between the legs, getting to her spot. Just couldn't convert.
Orozco, is it an and one? It looks like it is for Alyssa Orozco.
Yeah, Orozco knocking down some big threes in the first half, which forces the out of control closeout. The closeout, which gave her a lane and initiating the contact and finishing through. Couldn't finish on the free throw, though.
And while Wheaton is nearly scored nearly 2 minutes, Oliver's 3 won't fall, and it looks like a foul. That's who they want to call it against. It looks like it's going to go against Carthage, given how Richardson fell in that play.
Yeah, it looked like some contact on the box out. But we're at the 4-minute mark. This is where, if you're Wheaton, you have to sink your teeth in and go on this run. Once you get inside of 2 minutes, teams can start to just bleed the clock down and finesse the game away from you. This is go time right now.
And Cato unable to get the offensive rebound. Once again, Firebirds ball after Richardson missed a long 2. For Carthage, again, on a 2-game losing streak, having lost to Milliken in an upset and then to a second-ranked Illinois Wesleyan. A win here would be crucial. Obviously, a win here would be crucial for both teams because they would be tied for 3rd place in the CCIW. Along with Milliken, who won this last afternoon, 72-62 against Elmhurst.
Yeah, when you're in tight games like this, tiebreakers matter, especially with teams that have similar records to you in the conference. When the going gets tough at the end, these games come back as there's a huge 3 from Annika Richardson. Wheaton needed that one.
That'll now put up her total to 22 points. 3 points away from tying her career high when she had 25 points against Pacific Lutheran on November 18th, 2022. That shot way off, though, for Nora Aram. It's kind of crazy also, Milliken, they're 5-11 on the season, but 4-3 in CCIW play. Richardson again, feed the hot hand. Annika Richardson, 24 points for her.
Yeah,
and another turnover. Cato, she finishes. And just like that, we are tied at 50.
It's a tie game, and that's exactly. And now it's a ball game just inside of 3 minutes. A huge sequence.
That was Annika Richardson setting the shot clock.
And there's a timeout. And this is like the first kind of big run that we've seen. Big plays stacking on top of each other. That's a huge point in the game, and that's what both of these teams have been looking for, trying to go on a run that gives them some momentum. And you could tell, especially after that block right there, that the momentum is shifting.
7-0 run for Wheaton in the last minute and 49 seconds. As you mentioned multiple times, you know, teams would go on a run, but it would just be these long, drawn-out runs, maybe in the last, 5-0 run in the last, 4 or 5 minutes. But, boy, Wheaton just blitzed their way back in this ball game. What do you think Coach Matt's installing his team?
Keep it going. Keep it going. Those past few possessions were textbook. Obviously, you got to be able to hit shots. As you just saw there, that's a tough shot from Annika Richardson, but you got to be able to hit tough shots. And then also on the defensive end, they've been forcing Carthage to take some really tough ones of their own that benefit the Thunder.
Also for Annika Richardson, 24 points, 10 rebounds. That ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with Wheaton, but for Richardson, that's now 4 double-doubles on the season. She had a double-double against North Central in her last game, but also against Whitworth and UW Oshkosh, also giving her 9 career double-doubles.
Yeah, to say she's been locked in is an understatement. She has taken and embraced her role to be whatever this team needs her to be, and that's a scorer and a rebounder. She's been doing a fantastic job of that.
Leads the team in rebounds per game, 6.7. Also going to have to be 6 in the CCIW. And are they going to call a foul against Carthage? They will. It will be against Morrissey, I believe.
Yeah, if you're a Carthage fan, you don't really like that one. Maybe a bit ticky-tacky in comparison to what we've seen. But now Wheaton at the foul stripe with 2.5 minutes left to go on a small foul like that.
Team foul number 5 against the Firebirds as Wheaton has the lead. Last time the Thunder have led was when they were up 21-20 in quarter number 2. Clutch 3 throws there by Alyssa Faborowski. Thunder up by 2. They're now on a 9-0 run in the last nearly 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Winner moves in the tie for 3rd place with Milken in the CCIW. As Orozco's shot won't fall, offensive rebound, and they're going to call a foul against the Thunder.
That's the second time that we've seen Orozco pump fake, drive. Actually, no pump fake there, just on the defensive or on the offensive rebound rather. But she does a great job of drawing contact and being physical at the point of attack in the lane.
Feed it. It's Knebel, can't finish though. 8 on the shot clock now for Thistle. A 3 ball for the lead, and knocking it in.
And guess who right on time? Morrissey. Looked like Wheaton had it fleshed out.
And Trombach able to get the board. They got to get over the clock, and they do. Able to get over the timeline. I believe the Firebird fans are just frustrated that there was no 10-second call on that one.
Yeah, it looked really close.
6 on the shot clock for Faborowski. Oliver now. Oliver against Thistle. Oliver cannot connect. Firebirds still up by 1.
It looked like a lot of contact, but straight up, really good defense from Carthage. They've got another opportunity to lengthen this lead.
Morrissey, now 12 to shoot for the Firebirds. Here's Orozco, picked up by Richardson. A mid-range J for Knebel, won't go. Offensive rebound by Carthage. It's, I believe, Morrissey yet again. Firebirds can waste another 20 seconds.
Need a stop here if you're Wheaton.
Emma Thistle, 5 on the shot clock. Thistle inside feed, and that's going to be another foul. Likely going to go against Trumbach, as they will send Morrissey to the free throw line.
That's tough. On the backdoor cut, it looked like Trumbach and Faborowski were both a little bit out of position, anticipating the pass coming up to the closer part of the perimeter. And them out of position forced them into a foul.
Firebirds are not good from the free throw line. They're only shooting at about 67%, which is last. Meanwhile, Morrissey is only shooting 59% on the season. Missed her first free throw there. These are crucial. She's able to knock down the second one. So now it makes it a 2-point ball game, 54-52, 31 seconds left to go. Xavier, what is the strategy for Wheaton?
The strategy for Wheaton, obviously, you've got all the time to get a good shot, to move the ball around. You can utilize all 30 of these 31 seconds, but you have to emphasize, okay, if we take a three here, it has to be a quality three. It has to be a great look. And then also, we got to get this shot up around 8-7 seconds so that we can crash the boards if we miss and then have the time to be able to go back up or kick it back out for another shot. So they're just gotta be able to, 1, break the press, 2, come down, get a good shot at a decent time, and then crash the boards in case of a miss.
3 Firebirds in double figures, being Thistle with 14, Knebel and Morrissey each with 11. And also for Carthage, they'll be on the road next Wednesday against North Central and Gergely Arena before returning home to Tarbell Arena next Saturday as they'll take on the Augustana Vikings. Meanwhile, for Wheaton, they'll be at Augustana on January 22nd, and then a date at the Shirk Center against number 2 ranked Illinois Wesleyan next Saturday. Again, the winner of this matchup moves in a tie for 3rd place in the CCIW alongside Milliken. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Wheaton is in the bonus. The only real player in foul trouble would be Wamser, who has 4, but also Annika Richardson, who also has 4 fouls herself. Morrissey with 3 fouls, along with Fabrowski with also 3. Let's see what Wheaton does here.
They've got time here.
Oliver driving. Oliver puts up the shot, ties the game. And I think Coach Jones calls a timeout, so now 54 seconds left to go, 23 seconds left to go. Xavier, now what's the strategy?
The strategy is play the best defense of your life. Obviously, you get the ball to who you want it to go to, and she makes a tough shot. That's a tough shot. Spinning back to your left hand, fade away off the left, 1 foot, banking that one in off the glass. But you got to wonder, you didn't really have to take that shot that early. You give them 23 seconds, 23 comfortable seconds to be able to get the shot that they want. But obviously, your defensive pressure has to be higher than it has been all game. You have to get up in their grill, keep the ball on the perimeter, and limit paint touches.
11 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists for Kate Oliver. I mean, both teams have made 19 field goals. Again, we just keep talking about how even this game is. I mean, Wheaton's turned the ball over 4 more times, but again, Wheaton's outbounding the Firebirds by 4. I mean, this is the matchup we've always wanted between these 2 teams. It seems like both teams, they belong. I mean, I would not be surprised if these 2 teams, if they were to make the CCIW tournament, would see each other potentially.
Yeah, 100%.
Carthage 11-4. Again, both teams 3-3. Meanwhile, Wheaton 8-7 overall, but that does not matter. Your conference record is what matters the most. Just ask Milliken.
Yeah.
20 seconds to go. Thistle.
If you're Wheaton, you have to box out here when the shot goes up.
Carthage operating out of a horns look.
Yeah.
Thistle guarded by Fabrowski. Orozco inside, and the finish. That is Knebel there. Elena Knebel, 4.9 seconds to go. Firebirds up by 2.
And Knebel with the shot, but Emma Thistle on the back cut, getting down near the rim, past her man, getting into the soft spot, and then finding the open man herself. She's had a terrific game. She's had her fingerprint on this game. Emma Carlson down, and Emma Thistle has picked up the slack.
13 points now for Elena Knebel. Now if you're Wheaton, 4.9 seconds left to go. Are you just going for the highest percentage look, regardless if it's a 2 or 3? What are you talking about here?
I think you got to go for 2 here, but also it looks like the inbounds pass is going to be down here to the bottom of your screen because of the full timeout. So they really have any shot that they want here. It's just a matter of, do you want to go for the kill shot or take it to overtime?
Firebirds do not have a foul to give. Both teams with a timeout left. And another stoppage of play. Let's see what's going on. And it looks like Coach Madsen calls timeout. So interesting there. I guess trying to see what defensive formation they were in.
Yeah. Little chess match going on here. Pretty positive that Carthage is going to come back out in another man look. Have someone on the ball here. Probably Morrissey. She does a great job getting deflections and whatnot. We'll see if Coach Madsen is drawing up a different play. I can imagine that's the only reason why he would want to call a timeout, but nonetheless, they're going to try to get it to either number 24 or number 25 here.
Coach Jones does have a timeout herself. Doesn't look like she's going to use it, though. As they'll switch, it's Pekaski on Oliver. Pavarowski has it, 2 to shoot. Richardson now. Richardson fires for the win. Cannot hit though, and the Firebirds snap a 2-game losing streak. They hang on 56 to 54 here in King Arena. Xavier, what are your final thoughts on this ball game?
I mean, a super even game. It came down to the last possession as we expected. Wheaton just not with enough juice. Credit to Carthage coming out, playing really well. Wheaton playing really well as well. But you got to find ways to get it done down here late in the stretch, and the Firebirds were able to do that.
Firebirds improved to 12-4, 4-3 in CCIW play. Thunder dropped to 8-8, 3-4 in conference play. Well, alongside Xavier Jones, I'm Aiden Kong, signing off on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network.